It did almost everything I wanted it to do. But seriously, that was pretty cool. For you who's not aware of what just happened, the magic that just happened, I have gone and got myself an Stream Deck. Which means that I can basically just push one button and everything just magically appears on the screen and does everything that I needed to do, which is kind of blowing my mind, actually, which is pretty cool. But I have a few things that I want to talk about, that I want to share on this video. This video, I have no idea what we're reviewing today, which is part of the fun, right? When we have no idea what we're about to see. But a little update. Like, I don't normally like to talk about myself or my life, or what I'm up to, although I do that in every single stream that I'm doing. But I have this new job, right? Sorry, this bug spray is not supposed to be in the camera. I've been working at this new job since September 1st, and I've been on this steep as hell learning curve, which has provided me insights that I could never even dream of. It's providing me with the necessary experience to push myself to the next level, helping people, doing what I love to do, making other people succeed in what they want to do. That was a sentence that I should probably save somewhere. But the thing is, as I've been doing this, I've been forcing myself through some situations that I really did not know that I was going to do. I did not know that I was going to push myself into teaching people about sales when I really did not think that I knew a lot about sales, or how to package your stuff online. Who was I to teach anything? It turns out that when you do something for a long time, you get blind as to what you know how to do, which is a very interesting phenomenon, because it means that you might not think that you know what you know. You might not think that you're good enough. You might not think that what you know has any value in the journey of other people trying to achieve something, right? That's what I thought. I was like, who am I to teach this? Who am I to know these things? Who am I to talk about these things as if I know anything? But to be honest, I've been doing this for 10 years, so it's weird if I shouldn't have picked up something along the way, right? So, that's why I didn't have the stream yesterday. See, the weeks go past so fast. Last week, I missed the stream completely. I was really just gassed. I had no energy at all. So now I will try to get back into this again, because I did make a commitment to myself. This is more about me than you. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to make this a habit, to go in and create something every week, no matter the fuck what. And because I create every day, it kind of got lost in the weeds. And I'm sorry about that. For the people who watch this and actually take value from it, I'm truly apologize. If you are unable to see when this stream goes live, it turns out that I have Twitter. And I'm going to start using that at some point. That's the magic of this thing. It can actually do that thing for me automatically, so I don't have to think about that. So I'm going to program it to do that stuff for me, which is going to be very interesting. But without further ado, let's see if this magical equipment can do what I want it to do now. I will go over to the next thing. We will watch the video, and then we will do some review. We will see where we were, where we are, what we're going to do, what we can critique, and then let's just see what happens. Are you as excited as I am? I'm going to click the button now. 3, 2, 1. It's doing what it's supposed to do. The only thing is that chat, which is, well, to be fair, is not really used a lot these days, but if people I suppose if people want to use it, it's there, and people can watch it right up there. Very soon, there's also going to be a green screen on this bitch. Yes, I'm going to go green screen again, and I cannot wait. So, things are good. I like it a lot. Let's do this, and let's watch, and let's see if we can learn anything, and if not, well then, at least we tried, right? "13 days. 13 days.
time really flies. I mean, it's weird how just I can still remember the first day how I tried to set up stuff. Sorry, it's I think I'm gonna start every single update with, oh my god, it has been X amount of days. Thing is, I have an important update. I'm sorry, it's kind of early still. It's like 7 a.m. I have a gig, or I've been working on a project for longer than a challenge. A long while, and because of that I have to travel to the capital this weekend, and today is Thursday, so I need to travel up to the capital tomorrow. Wow, okay, I have so much to do. So I have to travel to the capital, and I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to see how it works. If I'm gonna travel tomorrow, stay there to Sunday, or however it's gonna pan out, the vlogs or the uploads, the updates, the challenge. It's gonna be a little challenge to do the challenge this weekend. I'm gonna do the challenge. I'm gonna still upload every day, or at least video. I'm gonna shoot some video every day, but there's not gonna be very much production value in them. And yeah, I know there's 2 or 3 or 4 people of you right now saying, production value? Is there any production value at all? I mean, I haven't seen it so far. Yeah, I remember. Sorry. Teo. So, not going to mention any names. I'm going to have to just tape it on the phone and then just upload it through the phone, because we're just going to have to do what we got to do, right? And I try to update you from the event too, so that you can see a little bit more of my life than just the shack in the office and the car. Wow, I've only been in the shack in the office in the car, and also just right outside the front door. Huh. Yeah, let's mix that up a little bit. The thing is, also, yes. Not the thing is, also. I have read a lot of books on a lot of people have asked me, how do I know the stuff I know? Because when they ask me about e-commerce, affiliate marketing, I'm sorry if that microphone keeps fucking up something. I heard it scraped along the zipper and it made a horrible noise. I need a new microphone. Okay, so a lot of people have come to me and asked me stuff about business. And when I answer them, they ask, how do I know all this? If I'm not doing it, how do I know it? Well, that is also actually a pretty easy answer. I read a lot, and I have taken a lot of courses, and I've patrolled YouTube for a number of years now, so I have a lot of knowledge within different areas. But you need to read, dude, seriously. Books are just becoming this media that nobody else uses anymore, except those that are actually achieving success. There's so much you can learn from books. If you read a book from 1930, there's still values in that book that, for instance, people are still following the Bible. So, the age of the book shouldn't matter. Yeah, the age of the book shouldn't matter. If you just take the knowledge and the message from the book, you can learn so much. Right now I'm reading Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk, and I've read Russell Brunson, his books, Grant Cardone. I know. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There is a lot of Tim Ferriss. There's a lot of books, but most of my books is within that business, self-development, knowledge, learning sphere. Just, yeah, that's just a little pro tip for you. Read, or just spend all your days on YouTube, or do courses. I mean, just educate yourself. Today, you have all the opportunities to just, from one day to the next, you can learn a new skill. You can learn to program if you want to. You can do whatever the fuck you want, and you don't have to go to school to do that. Courses are everywhere. But also a pro tip: you don't have to buy those $600 courses. You can just get like a Udemy course. You learn a lot from those too. I think that's it. I think that is a good update. I think, yeah, this weekend is going to be interesting, very interesting, and I'm going to continue the story, but I'm going to try to portion it out throughout the challenge so that I don't give everything at once. There's even more than what I told yesterday. I mean, there's layers within the story, so have a great one, guys. Sorry for burping in your face. I can't do the kind of hard to do that with one hand. All right. See you tomorrow for day 14.
I have words. I have words for myself. First of all, Teo, I still think about you, bro. Teo was the first dude that said I had no beard, and he's still the same dude that says I had no beard. So, friends of the past, I've met a lot of people on this journey, and I am greatly honored to have met you all. Because, seriously, changed my life. Why was there a toothpick inside of the headphone? Interesting stuff. So, I read a lot of books. That cracked me up. Back then, I was reading, but I was only reading within marketing. I was only reading these lead magnets, as we call them. Like these books that is titled, How to Make Your First $1 Million Online, and all that stuff. Really interesting. That's all I read about. Which kind of takes me back to the point that I had a few videos ago. Actually, a fair amount of videos. Where money was my end-all, be-all goal. I had no other goal except making money. Which is a bad goal to have, in my opinion. I mean, if money is the only thing that is driving you, then you should probably change some priorities, because you will run out of gas just chasing that one goal. Which brings me to the other point. Like, I had a lot of pro tips. Read this book. Read Russell Brunson, Grant Cardone, and Gary Vaynerchuk and all that stuff. Read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I thought I had it here. Basically, just a beautiful book about passion, about finding the value of the journey, about just going on the journey and learning the stuff you can from the journey. It blows my mind how much that one little book has changed my entire life. So don't listen to my 3-year-old past self. Read The Alchemist. I know about business. That was a good one. Back then, I thought I knew about business, e-commerce, and all that stuff. Yeah, I knew about the terminology. I knew how to say business. I knew how to say e-commerce. I knew almost what e-commerce was. I had no idea about the intricacies of business. I did not know how to sell. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, business is nothing more than to basically tell people something that they need to hear, if that makes sense. If you have knowledge, value, something that you can improve another life with, then business is nothing more than to express that value in a way that they understand it, so that they can have a win-win situation with exchanging money for that value. Which brings me to the other point. You don't have to take $600 courses. You can get a course on Udemy. Sure, yes. I will agree. You can take a lot of courses on Udemy. Here's the thing, though, that I have really learned the hard way. First of all, I went through this alone. I went on Udemy. I paid a lot of small sums for a lot of courses that I never finished. You know why? Because when you just pay for a course for the sake of having the course, you have no accountability, no follow-up, nothing to really get you through the course content, nothing to teach you the course content. If you don't have a why that is going to pull you through the depths of hell that is surely going to come up, then you have no accountability. Accountability is huge, which is why literally today on a Q&A, we have weekly Q&As with the clients, right? And we ask them sometimes, what do you really like about this course? Because that's what we do. We sell a program. The program has a course, but it has also group coaching and community, which is the two things that every fucking thing should have. You know, we have people coming in saying that we have paid $5,000, 5,000 euros, 10,000 euros for courses in the past, but they were not as good at this as this one. And we ask, why? Community, the accountability, to be able to ask your question and get an answer back from someone who wants you to succeed. Udemy does not do that, which is why $600 courses, yeah, thanks, Ty Lopez. I really didn't get a lot, you know, because I just did it for the money. I just learned that stuff to try to get me somewhere. I did not learn the mindset, the why, the mentality that you need in order to get that result. The result. That's all it is. If you can provide a result, and if you have something that can provide the result, the actual end goal of whatever you are trying to fix, you don't want money. You want the result of what money can give you. You know, and that's why you need people to really hardwire that in, because we don't see that today. And now that I'm working with this every freaking day, I see that people are misled all over the place. We have a bad reputation towards sales because we think that sales is just pushing something towards someone just for the sake of money. No. You should only help people so that they need, so that they know, so that they can trust and love the process. You're selling to people every day. If you saw Game of Thrones and you loved that, you sold that to a lot of people. You should look at this show. They have naked women and golden helmets and stuff, and they blah, blah, all that stuff. Red wedding. What else? The me in this video was very still clear. I was still talking a lot about me. Now, the first rule in anything of this, focus on the person you're helping. Focus on the value you're providing. Focus on what you can give the people wanting your help. If I was to talk about me, and we have someone doing this, they will only talk about what they do. They will talk to a client who pays a lot of money, and they will say, well, what I do is blah, 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 blah. Well, in my life, I do blah, 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 blah. That does not help them. It gives them an example of what you're doing at your current level. It does not help them understand what they need to do at their current position, at their current reality, because they don't have that going on in their life. You need to talk to them and help the person who needs the help. Focus on them, not on you, right? 3 years ago, I was still very much me-centered. That was clear. I actually have a few lines underneath it. That's interesting. It's really interesting for me to see where I was 3 years ago. Mentality-wise, mindset-wise. Mentality and mindset is probably the exact same thing. But you know, just how I saw the world. Because I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, and let's boot this up together. If I remember correctly, the gig that I had in the Capitol was nothing more than like one of those sham things. It was, I'm going to think, because my daughter had a birthday, so it was September, probably September still. I think this was a market, which means that I was standing in the Capitol for some lowlife who's trying to expose me or extort me almost. Like, he paid me no money for me to travel, haul my ass all up to the Capitol, which was like 4 or 5 hours. And then I was up there making no money, thinking that I was making a difference. You know? And then I learned how to say no. But not until a year after, I think. Lots of stories. But the thing is, I thought I was in a very different position than what I truly was. I was driving a car I couldn't afford. I was trying to figure out how to make money. I was making money, but I was making pennies. I could not support myself. If I didn't have the support system I had back then, I would have been fucked. Which is really interesting to behold now because it really gives me the perspective, the contrast of what it was and what it is and what needed to happen. And it also gives me the clarity to see what truly did happen, what did change it. And in this challenge, you're going to see that. And it's fucking brutal. The change needed to be so profound that it shook the entire reality. And that's where a lot of change happens. And just on another personal note, I'm going to use the work a lot during this because I'm working with people, so I am honored and blessed to be able to see into the mentalities of other people on the journey, right? And I have several perspectives to go from. Now, in this particular journey of a person who wants to make it, sorry, my body is attacking me. They had a problem. They didn't get the results they wanted. They didn't know why until they did the steps, right? We created a product for them, so they packaged their knowledge basically, and they sold that to some people. Nobody bought in the beginning, but all of a sudden, one person bought. What happens when one person buys is that you get sucked into this accountability bubble where you actually you have to deliver because now people have paid you. So you have this level where you're at, and then all of a sudden, people acknowledge you for the knowledge that you have. You understand that this is actually a real thing, and you are forced. You are catapulted into the next level where you have to deliver. And that's probably where a lot of burnout happens because if you don't, if you're a fake, if you don't know what you're talking about, if you just sold for the money, that's when the shit hits the fan. That's when people tend to see what it actually takes. That passion is so huge in this, that the interest in helping people is so huge, which is truly interesting. And I did not have that 3 years ago. Life. Truly amazing stuff. But that was it. I will see you in the next one. And now that I have this beautiful device, I will try to make it more streamlined so that it actually has some context. Because it has not had that before. Because I had been using my fingers and stuff to do shit and been non-lazy. And that doesn't work. So, I will see you in the next one. Take care of your freaking family and have a fantastic day. Hope this button works. Peace.